Hello, and welcome to a public speaking course online, which seemed like a really strange thing to say just a few weeks ago, and really feels like we've had 10 years worth of news in the past 2 weeks. So I wanted to make this video to still kind of talk through our public speaking course and to hopefully try to get you to see this through. You know, we're more than halfway through this class, and if you can stick with me, we'll get through this together. Like I said in an email that I had sent to you, you didn't sign up for this to be an online class, and I didn't either. As we know, these are very strange times that we're living in, so let me know if you have any issues with anything, and I'll do the best that I can to accommodate them. And I'm going to continue to make these videos and talk through things, and I'm going to try to do these videos in a similar way like I showed this to you when we were actually meeting in person. So hopefully it won't be too much different, except for obviously the fact that this is a video and we're not in person. So we're going to have to accommodate, and again, let me know if I can help with anything, okay? But I do want to help you try to pass this class, so let me know what I can do for you. One of the things that we're going to have to do with our informative speech, and it's looking like our persuasive speech, we're going to have to upload them to YouTube. So there are directions in Blackboard as far as how to do that, and if you follow me on the screen here, I will show you where they are. It's pretty straightforward. You may have done this before, uploading videos, but YouTube has made it really simple to do. So if you go down to assignments, the assignments folder, and this is going to scroll really fast, so I'm not going to go all the way to the bottom, but it's all the way at the bottom of your assignments folder, okay? And it gives you directions on how to do it. Again, it's very straightforward. You can decide if you want it to be able to be searched in YouTube if someone were to type in your name, or if you want to be unlisted, or you know, whatever you want to do. Like with your personal experience speeches, I uploaded them to YouTube and I put them as unlisted, so your name wasn't in the title of the file, so no one could find you. The only people that saw that link are me and anyone that you shared that link with, okay? So I have on the screen here what's coming up due for our class, and some of these dates I've tried to push some of them out, as you can see. So I moved the rough draft to March 22nd. I moved your Launchpad items to March 29th, and I moved your annotated bibliography to March 27th. And we're going to talk about the annotated bibliography in just a moment. I also moved the informative speech and the final outlines to March 27th. And again, we're going to have to upload these to YouTube, and then you'll take the link and post it in the discussion board. And one thing that this does is it provides you an opportunity to get some extra points, up to 10, if you give 3 good responses to your classmates' videos. Okay, so we want to make sure that we're giving each other feedback and constructive criticism with stuff, and as best we can. And at the end of the day, this is a public speaking class, and if you can make your speech in front of some people, some family or something, it actually will enhance your experience. It will make it better, but again, in our current environment, and you know, that may not be doable. So, and I completely understand that. But if you have anybody at home or any, you know, small group of friends or something that, you know, you could do it in front of them, it will actually make your experience better with it. So with that being said, I want to bring up, again, I just want to go over the informative speech assignment with you. Okay, in this folder is also your annotated bibliography assignment. All right, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment too. So let me know if you have any questions on this assignment, okay? It should be pretty straightforward. We did share ideas in the discussion board. I saw some great ideas in there. So hopefully you have your idea picked out by now as far as what you're going to do and what you're going to speak about. So we've already discussed this in class, so I'm not going to read the whole thing. And in the classroom, I even put up here what the differences are from this and from the personal experience speech. And the main differences are your 3 sources of documentation cited during the delivery of the speech. And we're going to talk about that in this lesson that I'm going to upload today. And we're going to go through the chapters. It's chapters 8, 9, and 10 that discuss this. Okay? One thing I want to point out, and if you saw the feedback that I gave you for your personal experience speech, everyone in the class froze at some point while they were up in front of the class, and that's perfectly normal. That's expected to happen. But it cost you points, very valuable points. So I want you to really try to make a point to vary your position. That means move. That means walk around. It doesn't have to be anything dramatic, and especially now that this is going to be recorded with your phone or your tablet or your laptop, so that's going to be able to minimize your movements. Okay. I also want you to know that I'm gonna take it easy with some of the grading on here, okay, because of the situation, because of these unprecedented circumstances that we're facing, okay? But I still want you to try to do your absolute best with this. I know that we're all capable of doing it. I want you to continue to try to put in effort and do the best you can, okay? Let me know that you're trying. Make it easy for me to tell that you're trying as hard as you can, and this is a strange situation, unprecedented, and we're all in this together, okay? So, and when you practice for this speech, these should be on your note cards. You should have each of these items on here in some way, right? And if you want to go back to the personal experience speech and see how the intro and the conclusion or the intro, the main points, and the conclusion, that's what you have to do. And make sure to work on your transitions in between them. That is a point where there could definitely be some improvement for most of us in the class. And it's a hard thing to get used to. It's different. It's not the way that we talk casually. So it's something to get used to, but if you practice it and if you're conscientious about it and you're thinking about it and you're trying as hard as you can to do it and you've practiced it, then that's how you get good at this, and that's how you will get the points needed to get a good grade on this. Okay? All right, so I also wanted to show you the annotated bibliography. All right, so this is in your informative speech folder as well. And this is going to go right along with your informative speech because it's asking you to provide sources. Okay, so Reba, you did a really good job of this in the speech that you gave. You cited a source, a health-related source from a formal government agency. That's precisely what we're going to be doing in the speech. And so what this assignment is going to do is get you ready. And then you're going to put this at the end of the final outline that you provide to me on the same day that you upload your final informative speech video, okay? So if you look on here, you're going to give a brief summary of the article, right? So 2 to 4 sentences. You're going to say, what is the main point of the article? How will this article specifically help you with your speech. What type of audience is this article written for? And how did you determine this? And then compare or contrast this work with any other that you have. All right, so if you're going to do an informative speech on dental work, then you're going to go try to find different sources that have to do with dental work, right? And so you're going to cite them right here, and then you're going to write the summary, and you're going to do all of these items in these bullet points right here. And it just has to be a brief summary, a few sentences, and that's it. All right, and so real quick, I want to show you how easy this is to do. Okay, so you go to Gaston College Library. Okay, so you want to look through different books, e-books, articles, okay, databases, and you can ask a librarian when you're online. This box is popping up for me. Hopefully it will for you too if you have any questions. Databases, I mean, you've got everything on here. Your NC Live ebooks collection. But I want to show you just as an example of how easy this works. So you want to search for articles and you type in dental practices. Let's say that that's what your speech is on. Okay, so and you can scroll up and down here and see everything that's available. Clinical practice dental trauma. Are you specifically speaking about that? Or, you can narrow this down, right? If you go to the left, you have all kinds of options that you can choose from. So you want to mix it up, scholarly articles, books if possible, different things like that. But let's just click this one. Clinical practice dental trauma. It's going to ask you to log in. It's going to be your same login that you use for Blackboard. Okay, so here you can scroll up and down and you can read through this, okay, and see if there's anything in here that's going to help prove your point. And sometimes you may realize as you do research that as you do the research, your initial point might change a little bit as you see these patterns kind of developing based on this research and these facts that you've come up with. And we're going to talk more about that in these coming chapters that we're going to go over. But real quick, I want you to see how easy this is. So if you go to the top right here where it says Cite, and you click it, boom. I'm going to pop this up right here for you. Okay? This is your citation that you're going to put in your annotated bibliography assignment. This is done exactly right. You can choose your citation style. This is MLA. Let's go back to our assignment and see what it says, what kind of style we want it to be. Oh my goodness, boom, MLA. Okay. In my master's paper, I had to have at least 150 sources. And let me tell you, websites like this and online libraries like this saved my life, okay? So don't make anything harder than it has to be, okay? All right, so we've gone over the informative speech again. We've talked about what's coming up due, and I've shown you the annotated bibliography for the informative speech as well. I've also shown you how to navigate the Gaston library. You can also do this on NC Live as well, as it says in the assignment, and that'll be a much bigger database, but they're all kind of connected together. So I'm going to end this part 1 of this video right now. I'm going to create a part 2 where we're going to go through chapters 8, 9, and 10 tonight. Okay, and this is going to help you with these sources like we were just referring to. Okay, so thank you for watching. I'll see you in a little bit.